Hello everyone, welcome back to another tour video. I am Tyken and today I'm showing off my old Let's Play series before I revamp it. In the description below I'm going to have a link to this save file, and today I'm going to be showing off my house before we revamp it, kind of give like a before and after tour of everything. So we're going to go ahead and start off here. I hadn't quite finished everything that I wanted to do, and I might add a little bit more before I retire the series, but that was just going to be like a little, I was thinking about putting a forge over here or some kind of dock for the little river, but that's a thing for another time. You guys want to see the good stuff. So this is the entrance. You have the little mailbox, which could be a little bit better. We'll work on that too. You go up the staircase, nothing special, but then you get to the courtyard, I guess would be a good word for it. I was really happy with my design here. It could be better in my opinion, but it's very quaint, very nice. And considering it was way before I was decent at Minecraft, I did a very good job. I like the little trees in each corner, maybe a little too symmetrical, but my favorite part is the little center focus of the well. I always wanted to add like a very deep well and do something under there, but I think I eventually added my nether room, and I couldn't go too far, so still not sure what to do, but there's some ideas floating around. So over here, I wanted to do something special. Keep in mind, this was before the addition of beds that I built this part. I built a graveyard for myself and used MC Edit to actually set my spawn here. So if I died, I would literally spawn in a graveyard. Granted, that will still happen if I destroy my bed, which is honestly not too far from my base. I might start doing that. That'd be kind of funny. So over here, I have my mausoleum, and this is really fun because, well, I never finished it, but it was supposed to be like an actual mausoleum. But the main thing I was going to do is I honestly kind of forgot about this. There is, I forget how to activate it, honestly. Oops, let me get in here. So right here are a bunch of sticky pistons, and essentially if you put a torch in the right spot, I don't even remember where, that's how long this has been, these pistons would open up and reveal a staircase down into crypts, essentially. And have all kinds of cool stuff down there, maybe some zombies, I don't know. Either way, I thought it was a really good idea, but I never completed the idea. So maybe we'll revamp this part too. Over here, we'll go through the front entrance now. The side entrance, don't worry, everything loops around. That's just another way in. The entryway, again, I feel like I could do much better. Maybe I'll just do so in another series. But little entryway with a little bit of red carpet for flair, but on the sides, so you know, it doesn't get messy. Some books, some paintings. I love having a half slab floor because you can do really detailed stuff with your furniture, such as have actual carpet places for you to sit. And then of course the chairs actually feel more like you're in them and less like you're just kind of sitting on a dollhouse chair. Then I also have a really nice little table. Again, looks a lot better in my personal opinion with half slabs because with the floor and these stairs right there, they kind of blend in and it looks like a table, like a table legs. That's what I was looking for. So over here is the kitchen. I have like a little bar stool setup. I feel like maybe I would have been better off with only 3 stools, just so it didn't feel cramped. But I used paintings on the back of some slabs. Right there is a stair block. You can kind of see it like that. And then the top is just a slab. I feel like now that they've made trapdoors better, something like maybe a trapdoor back would look much better, and already I think it does. But in the old days when I had my own texture pack, I made these paintings look like wood planks. So I just had like thin little wood plank backings, kind of like that, but on the other side too. So this is the, I can't think of the right word. Basically the bar area for the kitchen. Over here you actually have like a dining table, dining room table, and plates on it. These are supposed to look like glasses or mugs, but again the texture pack makes them look like full-on pots. So you know, you're good and you're bad with this particular resource pack. Down here is literally nothing special. This is just like at the very early stages of my house. I actually had storage and such down here. Then back up here, the kitchen. So just a nice little island. It's a big table for you to work on. Like this, like multiple chefs could work on this. That's how big that is. But I like a big open kitchen, so it's a win-win for me. Over here, I have the washing machine. You actually have things like, oh, that's the knife. That is a spoon. That is a... I think in the original texture pack it looked kind of like a fork, but I suppose a trident would look good now. And then, of course, you have glass bottles you need to wash and quote-unquote plates. I plan on renaming everything with an anvil, but never got around to it. I also have a sink with running water. Yeah! So you can actually wash your dishes. And don't worry, it also has hot water. Of course, the hot water is much, much slower, but you get the idea. I believe it also doubles as a cobblestone generator. I don't recall. I think it would replace the water sources or something. Over here, I have my little oven range. I have a can't think of the word. The refrigerator, double wide. That would be like the ice dispenser, and I was actually going to put ice in it. You know what? Let's go ahead and put some in for demonstration purposes. Let's throw some in there. Boop! Dispenses ice for you. It's kind of silly, but really neat. Then you'd stand here to actually look in the lower one. You'd have eggs, you have pork chops, you have something you left in the fridge too long, leftovers that somebody didn't throw away. You know, just general things you would expect to find in a refrigerator. Let's see. Next, we will go over here. We'll save outside for next. This is going to probably be a two-part video, just the house part, just because it's so big. Over here we have the kind of like a rec room almost. You have like a pool table, not quite as good as I wanted, but you can't really have like half slabs of wool yet, which is really sad. They added so many stairs in wool, but they only did it for some blocks. Over here we have a jukebox. I actually made it try to look more like an actual jukebox. Creepy noises, how I missed you. Again, you kind of have a bar set up over here, same as the other chairs. You just have log countertops with some trapdoors, plates, and cups. Back before barrels actually existed, I just used logs to kind of look like kegs, with pretty much showcasing what the drinks were up there. Over here, this was just more kind of like a little casual area where you'd sit and either eat or drink. And of course you have this beautiful view. It looks even better from the outside in. But I'm really happy with how this all turned out. It definitely could be better, especially like I feel like this wall is really blank. I need to do something with it. And I don't think painting would do it any justice. It needs something. I just could never figure out what. This is my lava fireplace. I forgot to mention as well. I love it. I thought lava was always so much cooler than actual fire, and it doesn't make that annoying noise, so that's always nice. We'll go upstairs next. Again, I'm a fan of the double floor balcony, or second floor balcony. That's the word I'm looking for. Just to kind of look over everything. You're like, yeah, this looks nice. You look up at your big windows and all that fun stuff. Over here is my little apothecary. I think that's the right word, with all the potted herbs. Granted, not all of them look like herbs, but it's the best you can do. It looks like reagents. You have a couple of brewing stands to brew stuff with. You have a cauldron to actually brew everything in. I thought about putting in more, but I feel like it takes away from the main idea of what I planned on doing with this, because in my Let's Play series, I would press a button, and it would dispense a resource and drop it down into the cauldron. The problem is, this still works, like the dispenser and everything, but the piston that pulls everything back and drops it in is broke, so I still need to work on that. But essentially, you would dispense any ingredient you wanted, and it would drop right into the cauldron. Not actually in it, just more on top of it, but you get the idea. Let's see, yeah. So if I get rid of that, you can actually see the reagents dropping in. Maybe that one's empty. Yeah, there you go. That's the redstone in this texture pack. Modified to look more like wire. So yeah, just get rid of all that. Then you have an infinite water source right here for all of like your glass bottles and such. So you just, oops, that was the wrong one, but I needed that anyway, so it's a win-win. So yeah, you just click on the middle and you would always get as many as you need. And then just to the left, you also have, or the right, you also have a crafting table hidden behind the water source. And usually when it's dark, you can't see all that stuff back there, so it's also a nice little way to hide some stuff. Besides all that, I also had this little enchanting table area. Nothing special. I thought about putting like a secret door behind one of these bookshelves. I just don't know what I'd put back there. Maybe all my enchanted books and items. That could be cool. Then of course, on the other side over here, I have my library. Again, it could definitely use some work, but I like how it turned out because I've already remodeled this once already. If you look at the floor, it looks like an hourglass. No matter which way you look at it, it looks like one of them has sand in it or is pouring sand into the other one. Just one is lighter and one is darker. And then just all the bookshelves up here. Nothing too special. You have like a little reading area where you can store all the books you're currently reading. A little computer desk with a keyboard and mouse. And of course a desk just to write on and do stuff with. The second floor, I still need to revamp this too, but originally I planned on also moving the enchanting table over here. I think I did a video where I showed you could make like a hidden bookshelf where you can actually store items in a bookshelf using the minecart trick, and I was going to put that here, and that would look better. I just have not gotten around to that, so I'll get to that when I revamp everything. Over here you have another little balcony punched into the side of the mountain, and it just looks beautiful. Like, look at all that. All the water features, the frozen tundra. There was a huge little island in the middle of that I carved out by hand. It was such a pain in the butt. And this actually wraps around to a natural cave system that had water source pouring from here down here. And I kept the water source, and I just kind of put like a little bridge over it. That's just beautiful, I feel. And then up top, oops, I missed my path. It actually wraps around to another balcony, so you can kind of look over everything on this side and just be like, wow, this looks cool. Originally, I was going to have this kind of wrap up and go into the mountain and have something here, but I could never figure out what I want to put in there, like maybe a large natural hot spring, or have it punch up to the surface where there's like a gazebo or something. But I never got anything like, I was like, yeah, let's do this. Just more musing ideas that were interesting, but nothing that ever jumped out to me. And of course, kind of like a hanging chandelier, almost my first attempt at one anyway. And then of course you also have the loft bedroom. Also, really good view from here. You can kind of see everything. The rest of the frame's kind of in the way, but it's really nice because you can kind of look at the area below. You have a big screen TV with speakers built in on the side. A little bit of gold because, you know, you got to show off your bling, but you don't want to be gaudy about it. And then back before flower pots existed, you would just kind of put trapdoors on grass, and that would look good. And that does look good. It could be better. I think also before flower pots, you would just kind of do this to make it look like a bush. But you always had the problem because, like, if you try to put it against the wall, it would connect. And that looks kind of lame. The bed I'm really proud of. It's kind of like a, I can't think of the word, gazebo stuff? No, not gazebo. Canopy bed. That's the word. And I think I have better snow mod on because snow shouldn't be there, but I used wool for this, and then you would put snow right here because otherwise it was just white wool and it looked really flat. But then when they added where you can get snow layers, oh, it was the best thing ever because it actually looked like I had a pillow. I don't recall if this was before you could stack it, but now you can actually have a thicker pillow, which looks even cooler. Another neat trick I'm going to be doing in my revamp of this series, and let me go ahead and pull up a bed, is before I would just kind of have a bed like sitting right here on top of the bed, but that didn't really look good. But since my bed is 3 wide, I can do something like this, put that there, and then cover it with carpet. And that way you actually have a functioning bed inside of a regular bed. And it adds depth, so it's a win-win all the way around, and I'm really excited about that. This bathroom was added, I wouldn't say much later, but because I think I always had this tub, or at least maybe I didn't have this, but I always had this door here. I planned on adding a bathroom. The thing I love most is this huge bathtub. This is before you could actually waterlog blocks, but if you put the slabs under the water, it didn't look like there was an air pocket, so you could just kind of be like right here. And the absolute best part, because like a lot of people will do like bathtubs that are 1 deep, but it doesn't really feel like you're in the bathtub. It just feels like you're kind of in water, even when you like standing in a bathtub. Even if you squat down, you don't really feel like you're in there. But with the half slab, you actually feel like you're in the water, and if you squat down, you can actually get in. It just feels more like a bathtub, and I love it. Plus it makes that water noise. I still need to put like paintings and some potted plants over here, but the view is also beautiful because it looks out over the overhang and it punches into the side of the mountain. It's just win-win all the way around. Some really basic shelves. I saw some really cool tricks using item frames, since you can actually put them on bottoms and tops of blocks now, to make actual looking shelves. So I might try that later, but that was pretty basic back then. I eventually added this much later, I feel. That's the closet. And then a big mirror using glass. So you have the sinks, you just have countertops and a sticky piston to make it look like you dropped something on your counter. And this, I don't think I've seen anyone do something like this before. I'm sure it's original, but you have a working shower as well that uses the waters and lava's natural effect. If it's one block above a tile, it drips down particles. So you have a dispenser up there that dispenses a single bucket of lava, it spreads across everything, and it looks like it's dripping down. Granted that it doesn't drip very fast and feels like an actual shower, but the alternative is dropping water on yourself and essentially drowning. I could show the cold water too, but I have to wait for the lava to dissipate, or it just causes cobblestone up there. The water's a little bit quicker, looks a little bit better, but you know, you can do what you can. Just a very basic toilet over here, nothing special, just has some water features and some plants behind glass, so it's not just a closet that you poop in. And then here is the walk-in closet, more like a room closet actually. Again, this is before you really had item frames or mannequins. Was this before item frames? I think so. By the way, this just looks like you would hang up coats on here, and I think it still looks better than mannequins, but you know. Then you have like a shelf for hats or shoes, just to store some books, because this is also a storage closet. You need to keep like shoes or whatever over here, anything that you wouldn't hang up, and more shelves and just storage and things you would put down there. And then kind of like I feel like I could do better with the ceiling, but I really like the rafters, at least, the support beams. So that's nice. And of course the carpet. Nothing special, but it looked cool. Oh, I almost forgot to mention the couch. This couch looked okay. Again, it would have been better with half slabs, but you can only do so much, and this was before I could do too much with half slabs. So let's see. I believe... Oh, no, we still have more. We still have outside. So this is the barbecue slash kind of like, I guess, outdoor area. So right here you have the barbecue pit, and you would light this on fire. In fact, there's a button that would shoot fire charges and light that on fire, but I have no idea what happened. That's weird. But anyway, you press the button, and it would shoot fire charges out and actually light your fireplace. And then when you're done, you just press the button, pistons push it up, and snuffs it out. This is a pretty convincing fireplace, especially for one built into the wall. That was the best I could do at the time anyway. I'm sure there's much better ones now. And of course, you have plenty of counter space to just store stuff. And then, let's go out here first. Right here you have like a small little footbridge. Nothing special because it's just like a little stream. This is like a little outdoor picnic area where you'd actually serve everyone and people would just kind of have fun out here. And then it continues to wrap around and go down. And what I'd planned on doing, I never got around to it because it's a lot of terraforming, but I would have this water feature pour down and trickle down the side of this hill and pull into a large little lake right here, and then make it like a, well, not like lake, more like a pond, and then just have like little water features and fishing and such around here. And I think that would look really nice. Maybe put like a small little island and maybe carve this down a little bit too, make it deeper. And then of course have a pathway go down here too. Oh, and then you can kind of see everything over here too. That is the bathroom and the little gazebo that wraps around, which I think looks amazing. Then over here, if we come all the way back, this is the pet room. It wraps around. First you have the little doggy area, which this would have various things like bones or meat or whatever that you could dispense. Never got around to doing that, but that would be their little doggy bowls. A little natural water feature there you can drink. essentially how I have this is the cat room, and it's blocked off. And then what I was going to do is when you put the dogs in for the night, this is their room. Each one has their own little bed, and this is the puppy room where you breed the dogs to make puppies. It has like a little jukebox and of course a bed, so you can do whatever you want. And then here is like a little entry to the outdoor area where they can still get plenty of water and go potty in the middle of the night. Just like a really basic playroom. And you have like a natural water feature coming from the mountain and then pouring through the iron bars, and I'm so glad they finally added the ability to waterlog that stuff because it looks so much better with water passing through it. Oh, I have 3 dogs. That's a lot of them. Let's see. So close them in so they can't go anywhere. I mean, granted, they're sad, so that's fine. And then down here you have the kitty play pit. I think I only have 1 cat. Oh, nope, I have 2. So this is the front of the house, just so you get your coordination, your bearings. Big window for them to sunbathe in. A nice little play house they can kind of crawl up on and just be high up. It kind of looks like a little jungle because you have the grass and then the vines and everything. And the fake little river, which is a little just wide enough that a cat could go through, so it's also a little play tunnel. And then, of course, they're cats. They should have a temple, so this is like a jungle temple that would dispense their food, and water features coming in through. And then, of course, like a toy chest. Granted, it's not filled with toys at the moment. They each get their own individual bed. This is before they could actually lay on beds, so that was some awesome foresight on myself. And then again, another little thing they can crawl up on and nap on. And this is where they make kittens. Kind of jungly vibe. And that is all of my... Oh, wait, it is not all of my house. I guess... You know what? I will include... You know what? We'll just do it right now, because it's not part of the secret all the way. We'll still do that in another video. So what you would do... my house has a secret. A couple, but this is the fun one to show off anyway. So everything looks really normal. This just looks like a normal pantry. You actually have all the food and stuff in there. What you would do, however, if you put a torch there, it pulls this workbench down, crafting table. And it's almost impossible to see, but you can see that little button right there. You press the button, you get rid of the torch so nobody can follow your trail. And then you go back to the lava fireplace, and it suddenly open up, and you have a secret staircase. Now, the cool thing about this is once you're inside, you can also press the button and it will lock you back in so nobody can figure out that you left your entrance open. So, really cool. And then it's really secret because you go down here. I have not finished this. I was thinking about maybe putting this on a password lock, but I could never figure one out. But this is my nether chamber. It's pretty much the... where the nether portal would be. So you have like an altar. Usually I have fire on these, but the fire noise was driving me insane. You have the lava pit surrounding everything and a sacrificial altar. Also, all of the symbols you see, all 4 of them, are letters from the enchanting table. I believe it's H-A-K-S or X, one of the 2. So just spell out hacks. I need a 4-letter word, and technically 5, but with an X, you know. And then I was going to have it where if you put in a different password or press another button after the doors were open, essentially cobblestone floor would open up right here and push up with pistons, and then pistons would pull this back and reveal the nether portal. Again, I never really finished this. I liked what I did, but I wasn't too content, and all the redstone was just daunting, so I just decided to quit. But, yeah, so not only does my secret fireplace have a nether portal in here, but it also has the secret to get to it. And if that's not enough, because I heard you like secrets, but if you put a redstone torch right there and then knock it off, bam, secret entrance. And again, once you're inside, you press the little button, and you're back inside. And this is the secret office. You have just nothing too much, a little computer desk with a screen. In my texture pack, I actually made a Windows portrait for the screen. And that's not supposed to be there. I'm sure you can figure out why in a moment, but you know, you get on your little chair here, and from there, I will end this video. That's pretty much the entire house, and the next episode will be my secret base. So stick around, and I hope to see you soon.